Good Saturday to you. I'm Storm Team 9 Meteorologist Patrick Ellis here with your ENC Weather Update. This update for Saturday, March the 15th, 2014. A beautiful day across Eastern Carolina. Started off with a few clouds, but the sunshine came back in full force. Low 70s today across a good chunk of the east as expected. Tomorrow, a completely different story and a little bit of change in the forecast comparative to what we had yesterday in the package. It looks like the backdoor frontal boundary is going to be a little quicker and gets in here tomorrow. So the temperature is going to be cooler tomorrow and much colder by the time we head towards Monday. But we were expecting those temperatures to be in the 40s through the afternoon hours of Monday. So now we got to look at that and give you another update on what we're thinking as far as the wintry precipitation chances are. Now, they are low. And I think they are better off towards the west, especially into the Piedmont, but we'll look at that in detail here in the forecast update video. Here's a live look from the Hampton Inn sky cam this evening, and as the sun is setting on this day, beautiful sky out there, but the clouds are on the increase. You do see those high, thin cirrus clouds. Eventually, they'll become more lower level as we go into the next couple of hours, as our next system approaches us from the south and west across Eastern Carolina. 68, the current number in Greenville. We've been as high as 73, I do believe, today. Hit the high temperature right on the nose. 58 Morehead City, 68 in Jacksonville. Pretty much everybody inland, very uniform temperatures today. Very rare that we see that here across Eastern Carolina. Usually somebody's an oddball. I guess this evening, besides the coast, Elizabeth City would be the oddball, sitting at 64 degrees this evening as temperatures are starting to fall now as the sun is setting. Here's a look at what we got going on, and we're watching basically three things here on the satellite and radar. First, the frontal boundary that is approaching us from the north and west, and then the second part is the two areas of low pressure that are over the central plains and southern plains at this point. So we'll zoom in here, show you the frontal boundary. It's dry. We're not expecting any rain showers tonight, but that frontal boundary is going to sag southward and bring in some clouds, but it's also going to try to usher in some of the colder air as well. Here's a look at what we got going on down here in Texas. You see that spin back over into the panhandle of Texas. Very interesting. A very dynamic system that we're dealing with here. Strong and severe thunderstorms moving through the Red River Valley and also back up into Texoma. And you see that frontal boundary up to the north. That is our frontal boundary. Everything is pretty much going to be coming in line here very soon. And as that frontal boundary sags southward, the area of low pressure is going to hook up with it. And basically what's going to end up happening is that frontal boundary is going to act as a track. And that low is the train, and it's just going to help guide all the showers, all the rain towards Eastern Carolina as we head into tomorrow. So here's a look at the precision forecast model. We're already starting to see that a little bit of a cloud band pushing through this evening. Temperatures will be on the downslope. I think most areas mid to upper 40s inland and some low 50s still hanging on as well. Now, I think the model's a little slow on the cloud coverage. I think the clouds get in here way before 7 o'clock in the morning. I think we start off with clouds tomorrow here across Eastern Carolina. And if we don't, I'd be surprised just with the pure fact that we're going to be talking about this increasing in cloudiness. Now, some of the models do have the clouds holding off until probably about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So this may not be too far off, but it is a little slow on getting the clouds all the way through the area. So we may start off with a little bit of sun here and there tomorrow morning, but the sun goes away quickly as clouds build in and the showers move in here. I think by late morning we're in rain, and we're going to stay in rain through the day on Sunday. Now, the high temperatures tomorrow will kind of waver around. Some areas may be a little bit cooler than this, but a little bit warmer. Kind of will depend on where you are tomorrow. Upper 40s to near 50 along the Virginia state border. We're going to go with low to mid 50s, central areas and southern areas, upper 50s. Like I said, it will depend on where you are, but the temperatures will be tanking through the latter half of the day. Look at that. We're at 7 o'clock in the morning on Monday, and the temperature is starting off about 50 degrees about midnight and then falling and tanking by the time you head into early on Monday morning. Now, off to the north and west, you see that little bit of a mixture up there into Virginia, and some of that is going to try to sneak in here to our westernmost counties along the I-95 corridor. I think for the most part, now we're talking about mainly a cold rain, but with the upper level disturbances and in coming into play, and on top of that, just the way that this is configured, I would not be surprised if some sleet fell out of some of these little rain pockets through the day on Monday. And especially deep inland, I think along I-95 and points west, that's where we're going to be talking about that potential for sleet. And look through the afternoon hours, there's another band that kind of comes across here north central North Carolina, north of Raleigh, north of Greensboro, basically right along the I-40 corridor and points north. That could be sleet and snow and freezing rain as well. But our temperature is going to kind of hold steady through the afternoon hours. 30s north, 40s south, and coastal areas may be nearing 50. I'm talking about Hatteras and Carteret County, maybe Onslow and Dare and Hyde counties. Close enough, but you may be teetering somewhere around the upper 40s to near 50 on Monday, while most areas inland are hanging out in the 40s. Through the day. So it's going to be a wide temperature contrast. It doesn't matter where you look and where you live on Monday. But there's going to be a period of time where we shut off the rain, the faucet gets turned off until the second low comes around on Tuesday. So here's a look at the precision forecast model. Once again, back inland, that's where we're talking about that potential for maybe a little bit of a sleet, snow, rain mix. Maybe as far east as the I-95 corridor, and points west, that's where we're talking about the potential for some icing. I don't think there's going to be an accumulation because we have been so warm the last couple of days, but we're going to watch it for our friends in the triad. But for here, it's just going to be a cold, chilly rain, and we get a break as we head towards the afternoon hours of Monday. Maybe a couple of patches of drizzle here and there. And then the second wave comes in play as we head into Tuesday morning. Maybe another rain snow mix deep inland, but I think most of us will start to warm up through the afternoon hours of Tuesday. And by the time we head into Wednesday, that area of low pressure moves out offshore, and you can see a frontal boundary approaching us from the west, and that pushes everything offshore, and we clear the board, but we're going to stay with clouds and even some showers early in the morning on Wednesday. All right, there's a look on Sunday off the GFS model. Sunday afternoon, there's your big upper level low, basically sitting here, but there's going to be two nodes here, and you see that Arctic boundary up here. Here's your Arctic high sitting up here and wrapping around that colder air, and that's going to funnel in northeasterly flow, so that's going to keep us nice and chilly through this event for the most part. But see the energy shooting out ahead of that on Sunday. Nice and rainy by the time we head into the afternoon hours. And like I said, temperatures are going to be tanking through the day as the 540 line starts to sag southward through the afternoon hours of Sunday. So you may be able to get to the mid-50s, but it's not going to stick around there very long as that low kind of moves in here. Now, as you go into time, nice little wedge setup, and that's what could kick off that icing problem deep inland, and we're going to be right there on that borderline as far as the temperature is concerned, especially for our areas that are near the I-95 corridor. And once again, temperature is going to kind of hold somewhere in the 40s through the day on Monday, and then they will start to come up by the time we head towards Tuesday. But that's Monday morning, and you see the first low lifting off towards the north. Right through here, but the second one is developing down here towards the south, and that's going to be following the same train up to the north by the time we head into late Monday and into Tuesday. But with the Tuesday energy, it's going to be further offshore, so we're not going to see as much rain. So I think the main bulk of the rain is going to come from the first system, maybe upwards of an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter. And then the second part comes into play, and that may be adding another tenth, maybe a quarter of an inch. So the main portion of the rain is going to come tomorrow and early on Monday, and then the second part comes in here on Tuesday, and then there will be some lingering effects as we head towards Wednesday, obviously, with the next system coming on the board, and that's going to be this one right here. That's going to be moving off towards the north, but it's going to have a trailing front and brings us some rain as we head into your day on Wednesday. So once again, there's your energy on Wednesday, well up to the north, and we get into more of a zonal flow here, more west to east, but you see another node of energy developing back over here towards the west. So I don't think that we're going to see another system until maybe on Saturday, another major system until we head towards Saturday or so. But as that low cranks, you see some light showers trying to get in here. On the back side of that, the frontal boundary is going to kind of wash out, though. So we're not going to be dealing with very much, but there could be a couple of light showers through the day on Wednesday, but most of us it's not going to be all that much. I've only got about a 20 to 30% chance for rain on Wednesday, but highs in the low 60s that afternoon. So we were thinking mid-60s, but at least the thickness values do come up that day. And on Tuesday, we're expecting highs in the 50s, but 60s on Wednesday, and same thing on Thursday as the next low kind of moves out of here. And thickness value is about 546 along the Virginia state border. High pressure reestablishes itself. I think we'll go mostly sunny to partly cloudy Thursday, and a mid-60s looks to be a good call on Thursday afternoon. So next system that we're going to be watching is this one that's really going to be moving more like this, but the trailing energy behind that could bring us a chance for rain as we head towards Saturday. There's your developing low on Friday. I think we still make it to the mid-60s that afternoon as high pressure is in control. Then we head out towards Saturday. Nice little frontal boundary. Again, wind energy involved with this. Could have a couple of thunderstorms, so we've made that mention on Saturday. Now, some of the modeling still a little out to lunch on that. I think that we may be able to make it to 70 that afternoon before we come crashing back down again. Another cold air shot comes back in here by the time we head towards next Sunday. So 70 down to maybe into the 60s by the time we head towards next Sunday. That's going to do it for me here on the ENC Weather Update. You can stay up to date with us. Facebook, Twitter, WNCT.com, and our brand new Storm Team 9 app in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Have a great rest of your evening. Stay warm and dry the next couple of days here across Eastern Carolina. Don't float away. And we'll have the new update tomorrow evening about the same time. Have a great rest of your day.